Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. So this video I'm just going to try to do a little bit less jaw jacking. So I did finally figure out what method I'm going to use with the hone right there. Just going to use a little bit of motor oil, as that is what is basically required / suggested by the manufacturer of the hone. So I'm going to go ahead and hone all these cylinders out. So I am leaving the crank in. I'm just going to, when I get to make sure the crank's not, right next to where the hone's going to exit out at, and then just run it back and forth 20 to 40 seconds as recommended, and we'll try and get this knocked out real quick. Instructions said just 10W30. Or their brand of honing oil. I had 1030, so that's what we're going to do. Manufacturer did say, no high speed, so I'm doing this on speed 1. Alright, so I went ahead and got the driver's side of the motor all honed out. You know, not machine perfect, but should allow for rings to seal, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other side and do the same thing. Run the hone back through on this side, just because there is some stuff in the walls. I think a little more honing will clear up a little bit better. It's not like some of it you can kind of catch your fingernail on, but those were previously obvious prior to. Gonna kind of see what it does. It's got a little bit of up and down in that cylinder still too. A little in there. And then this was the one with the bad ringland. It's got a few little bits, but nothing I can really feel. So I'm not terribly too worried about it. I'm not looking to make gobs amount of power like I've said before. At this point, just want to put the motor together, prove that I can make it run, get it in the car, make the car and everything run. Then at a later date, if I want to build up something that makes way more power than what this motor is going to do, then I will do that at that time. Or, you know, pull this one out and then send it to machine shop, let them bore it over put another set of pistons in it, what have you. But I want to see kind of what it does with new pistons, rings, and then kind of approach it from there. Basically, what I'm doing with this is make sure there's none of the debris off the hone and the oil that dripped down onto it. Just trying to clean it all up so it's not sitting on it. So when I go and spray, lubricating spray on it to keep it from getting any kind of surface rust on it. Kind of keep it protected. I am going to be, putting assembly lube and everything on it when I do put the bearings and the rods and everything back in once everything's all done there. So that'll lube it up so it's not dry as the cleaner would do it if I didn't put anything on it. So they are going to be well lubricated when they go in. Just trying to get it cleaned up. I'll probably do the exact same thing that I did, just now. I will go through and I will spray it all down just to make sure it's good and clean before it gets all put together. Yeah. So probably next what'll happen is I need to find my big file, my feeler gauges. We'll go ahead. I'll set all the rings up. Bring the pistons and rings out. Set them all up individually, and then I'll put the pistons on the rods, and then start putting them in, checking oil clearance. As long as that's all good, get the bottom end button up. I still have to take some measurements. So where this motor mount is, as to where it would fall in the car, to see if this factory mount will suffice, or if I can get away with using the 3/9 mounts. And then I need to measure the oil pan, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to find a front sump pan. So that's cheapest I think I found them is like $420. They're all aluminum fancy pieces, and I'm not trying to find just a steel type pan, but it looks like there isn't one on the market so far, so maybe stuck with that, so that'll take a little bit. I did pick up a 4R70 transmission. It hasn't shown up yet. I come across one on eBay. It's supposed to only have like 92,000 miles on it. I don't know if it's going to come with a converter. I doubt it. That I might just take the time and go to a local junkyard, snatch a converter, or just try to find one on eBay like I did the transmission. And then from that, next big thing I might have to purchase, if that pan won't work, is going to be a front sump pan. So I'm trying to find one for cheaper, but so far not looking that way, unfortunately. So it might be a little bit before get the extra pennies scrunched for it. So yeah, that's go ahead and just call that conclusion on this video. Off camera, I'll just get all the new shiny stuff sprayed down, keep rust off of it, because rust is the enemy. I mean, this thing is mostly closed in here, so it's not terrible on it. I guess I might go ahead and just go grab a trash bag, throw a trash bag over it. But other than that, so far it's been fine. So aluminum block and everything, so shouldn't be too big a deal, actually. Regardless, we'll just go ahead and call that for this video. So, somebody has critiques as to how I was honing the cylinders, please let me know. It's got a crosshatch to it, so I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I'm not expecting the motor to live 200,000 miles, but I just want to get a couple years driving out of it. And once I maybe start playing with power, then I'll have to force myself to pull it back out and do something different with it. And until next time, keep turning on your projects, keep trying to get better, and have a good evening.